Hello guys, Modo here. Today I'm going to show you how to install and use the Substance Designer LiveLink with Modo. This plugin version works with Designer 2019 and newer, so let's get started. From Vray, download the zip of the version 2.0.1 or greater and extract it. Inside you'll find a folder called LiveLink. Copy the folder and paste it in Designer Python's plugin folder, usually located in your Documents, Algorithmic, Substance Designer, Python, SD User plugins. Now let's open Substance Designer, and to verify the plugin was installed correctly, go to Tools, Plugin Manager. And you should be able to see it listed with the checkbox enabled. If it is not enabled, just enable it and restart Designer. Also, you should be able to see a new window in your Designer interface, called Substance Designer LiveLink. If you cannot see it, check it is enabled in the Windows menu. Now let's install the Modo client and verify the license of the plugin. Let's go to the Config tab of the plugin, and to install the client, select the version of Modo that you want to use. In my case, I will select 14. The path will be automatically selected, so we can just click the Install button. To verify it works, we can click the Folder button, and we should be able to see a new folder called LiveLink inside the Kits folder. Now let's open Modo and verify it is working. Let's go to the Modo Kits and click the LiveLink button. And if everything is working, a new window should appear. Now, if we open Designer, both apps should be connected. We can see it in the connection section of the plugin in Designer, and on the plugin window on Modo. It is important to notice that the connection will only be available as long as the Modo plugin window is open. If we close it, the connection will end, and if we open it again, it will start again. Next, before sending anything between the apps, we need to verify the plugin. First, let's open the Python editor located in Windows Python Editor, and here we'll be able to see all the messages of the plugin, like errors, warnings, etc. Then we go to the Config tab, paste the license we got from Vray, and click Verify. If successful, the email associated with the license will appear in the email field, and a success message will appear in the Python editor. Finally, it's time to see the plugin in action. In the connection section, you'll see the Designer Instance Unique ID, the connected apps, in this case only Modo, the available renders. For Modo we have Modo Native, Unreal, Unity and Vray. For this demo I'll select Modo Native. And the available presets. For most renders we'll have standard that will rely on UVs and some triplanar options. I'll select standard for now. Now let's see how the nodes button works. Let's open an empty graph and click the button. As you can see, this will help you create the available output for each render preset. For example, Modo uses PBR metallic roughness, so when I click the nodes button, all the outputs will be created. If I have nothing selected, the outputs will be created at the origin. And if I select a node, they will be created after the selection. If I don't intend to use an optional map like opacity or emissive, I just need to delete the output node. And if you already have outputs in your substance, you can use those too. The only important thing to consider is that the identifiers must match the text defined in the presets generated by the nodes button. Now, with the substance material fully created and the outputs connected, let's send it to Modo. First, we need to define the map name. We can write a custom name or click the arrow button to get the name of the current graph. Then we have the path in which all the textures will be exported. By default, all will be exported to an export folder in your documents. Then we have the format. In my case, I'll use PNG. Then we have a checkbox called Linear Workflow. Enable it if you are using 32-bit files like EXR. Next, we have some emission and hide options in case you are using those maps. And finally, two buttons, Send and Update. Send will create the material from scratch, and Update will only export the maps. That way, you will keep the changes in case you modify the layer stack after creating the material the first time. Let's click Send. And now in Modo, we will have a new material. We assign it to the cylinder, and everything is working as expected. We exported the material from Designer to Modo and created the correct layer stack. Well, that's all for now. See you next time.
Good luck!